Hi, I'm Nancy with On Points Tutorials, Tips, and Tours. We're going to continue our demos from the West Michigan Quilters Guild Quilts on the Grand 2016 show. Our next demo is with Barb Bennett. She is the owner of Bench Creations in Hopkins, Michigan. She's going to show us how to paint a quilt block. So for this, it's paint and wood, not fabric and thread.
Hi, I'm here to show you how to paint a barn quilt of your own that they're so popular on all the barns and garages and fences and post mailboxes and really popular. Michigan has 22 barn quilt trails, so we're very excited about that. The hardest part is choosing a pattern. I chose a simple pattern today to show you basic steps on how to get to the finished product. I use a primer, and I prime my plywood, which has A side and a B side, and I sand both sides down, and I use the smoothest side to do my creation. And then I choose my pattern, and I make a grid on my pattern, and then I copy that grid onto my board. I use quilters rulers. I use the green tape that seems to stick very well. The first step in marking your board is to actually find the center. So I'm using a ruler that has an edge on it, and this board is 24 inches by 24 inches. I have them cut special at a local home center, and I mark, which is 12 is in the center, and I mark the 6 and the 18 because I know that my pattern is going to have 4 rows. And then I would turn my board and I would mark them the other way just with a regular pencil, and then I would start making my design, continue making my design. And I do use the rulers, the lines on my rulers to keep my lines nice and straight. And I would just work my way around my pattern and continue on all the way around, matching my lines and my points. And after that, I would end up with something like this. I went ahead and painted the center square. I marked off this tape, and I like to erase my marks after I've got my design. I erase my marks. I just use a basic school eraser, and because the marks do sometimes come through the paint. I will show you. There's different widths of the green tape. I like using the narrow tape simply because the wide tape is just kind of cumbersome. But when you tape your second color, you bring it back just a little bit off the edge. And then you go ahead and you paint your second color up against your first color, of course. I'll just paint the edges and let you know that in a perfect world, the green tape does protect the previous color. In a not so perfect world, you go over it. But for the most part, you just kind of work around your tape. You want a nice coat of paint. Usually I make 2 coats. You would just continue around, smooth it out like any painted project. And I'm not going to paint the whole thing simply because you guys know how to paint. But I do remove my tape before my paint is dry as a rule. And like I said, in a perfect world, you would not have any lines. So I do that. And I wanted to show everybody how to, when you're matching, when you have a section like this, how you would cut that to block that green off. I put the tape on the lines. And I use this ruler and a little cutter. This probably isn't the best spot, but I do use the cutter, and it's just an inexpensive cutter to give me a nice clean edge on my tape. So that's about the steps you would take as far as marking off your previous color and then your next color. I try to do all the same colors. So you sometimes do end up taping a lot, and then sometimes you end up over taping, but that's basically it. It's a real simple process. I'm just kind of rushing, but a 2x4, a 2x2 takes about 2 hours to complete, and after all the paint is dry, sometimes I do use the hair dryer to dry my paint because I'm impatient. I do coat it after it has sat for 24 hours. I do coat it with a clear coat, and then I also caulk and frame the edges. So that's basically it. It's a fun process. They're really becoming popular. The green tape is not foolproof. You might have to retape or repaint, but in a perfect world, it's good. I guess that's basically it. So thank you. Have fun making one. We are doing lots of workshops, and they're all over. So yeah, join us. Thank you.
Like Barb said, in Michigan alone, there's 22 barn quilt block tours. So I hope you take some time, drive around the country, and see which ones you can find. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. We wouldn't want you to miss a single show. Please share us with your friends and leave a comment. We would really love to hear from you.